Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila Western Roman Empire campaign, where we are back in Africa, having, in the last episode or so, declared war on the Garamantians, with the hope of eventually subjugating them and sort of making them into a puppet state of ours. To that end, we want them to eventually conquer this particular settlement here, so that between ourselves and them, we will hold all of northern Africa, or at least the western portion of it. Of course, that does leave this kingdom here, the Marians, who we will need to conquer, but that will be, done later, I suppose. We were attempting to draw their armies out of the capital. Garama here is their capital city, and it is walled. So we decided to go ahead and sack the settlement of Cidamus, and we were successful in that endeavor, and it did draw their army out. So we find ourselves now looking at the decisive battle in northern Africa, basically. The 3rd Legion under Tiberius Africanus is preparing to attack, and for whatever reason he cannot move. So we're basically going to need to attack this again, I think. And then we should be able to move to attack these guys. However, before we do that, I am going to fill this army out with mercenaries as best I can, because we're going to need every person we can get our hands on. To that end, I think I might take the legionary defectors, but that's all I can afford. I only have 377 gold here, so I can pretty much only hire one thing. And I could grab more cavalry, but I could also use more infantry. So I think I'm going to take the legionary defectors, and that will round out our army there. Then I believe I need to hit this place again. We'll auto-resolve that real quick. And yeah, I think I got stuck in the, settlements attack zone or something. You guys seem to think that was the case. So I'm hoping that this will be enough to get us free. However, okay, we can still move plenty. There we go. So the auto-resolve doesn't think we can win this. I am of a mind that we probably can. The issue here is that we've taken a lot of attrition from being in the desert and having to sack that place twice. So it's going to be pretty much up to me to win this one through tactics and micromanagement, because frankly, obviously the auto-resolve isn't going to give it to us, so me just relying on my troops to sort of win a straight-up fight is not going to work either. So let's go ahead and quick save, and then we're going to jump into this. And I imagine this battle is going to take most of the episode, but again, this is going to be the decisive battle in Africa for us. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so here is our formation going into this battle. We've got our skirmishers along the front there in loose formation, as always. Our front line of infantry is going to be the Commander Tensis Spears. They're not in Testudo, but we might put them in Testudo before we engage. And then we have the 3 Legio and the Legionary Defectors behind them, and the General and his Palatina Guards in the back. Either side is flanked by a unit of skirmishers and 2 units of cavalry, both of which are going to be light melee cavalry, with the exception of these guys who are very light melee cavalry. We're going to have to play this one sort of defensively because of the fact that, for example, if our infantry goes one-on-one with theirs, we'll lose. Our infantry might be a little bit better, but it is obviously a bit depleted. Same is true of our cavalry, although their cavalry is certainly better. And then, of course, our skirmishers, I think, are probably the only thing where this fight is dead even. So we're going to need to use some tricky tactics here. I'm hoping to bait their cavalry into my flanks, where I'm hoping that the skirmishers can tear them apart with javelins. And I guess we'll see. I'm going to keep these guys out of Testudo as long as I can, because I want them to be able to use their javelins effectively as well. So, with that said, let's march ourselves forward into the flats here. There's really nowhere else for us to go. Obviously, this is a very just, open map. So we'll move forward. I don't think they're going to really move much here. They are, of course, the defender in this scenario. I did attack them, so I have to take the initiative here. And it looks like they're going to deploy in a very similar formation to us. But again, they do have a lot more cavalry than we do. And so that, I think, is going to be the main problem for us. If we can bog them down with infantry and sort of surround them, that'll be the best way to deal with them. It'll be hard to get them to do that, though, especially with so many units. Okay, so we've closed into more or less attack range here, and the enemy has started to move. All they've really done is they've split out their cavalry to either flank, and they've rotated their general to the back. So what I've done to counter that is I have my skirmishers along the front basically picking out targets among the cavalry to engage, and then in order to keep them from hitting my skirmishers, I've basically countercharged a couple of units. This particular unit here is light shot cavalry, so I've sent my desert raiders to attack them. These guys are actually really good cavalry fighters. They're good at attacking cavalry, basically. So I'm hoping that between the fire arrows that we're launching their way and the desert raiders that we'll be able to take them out pretty swiftly. I have these guys flanking out wide. We're going to make sure that these guys don't get around to our sides or anything. And then over here, what I've done is, because there's more units of cavalry over here than I can really deal with, I've split up our attacks rather than focusing on one particular unit. And then I have these guys, because they're very light cavalry, going after the very light skirmishers, because they're the only ones that are going to be able to catch them. I don't even know that they will be able to catch them, but we're going to do our best. I may actually send them somewhere else. No, this is probably the only unit that they stand a chance against. I don't know that we'll even be able to get to them, though, but we'll try. And then the desert raiders are going to attack their desert raiders. Because these guys are regular ones and these are mercenaries, they're apparently a little bit heavier. So I'm hoping that we can win that. I also have this war cry or scare ability, so we're going to use that on them before we engage. And then what I will do before that fight completely kicks off is I will, I guess, halt everybody else. I kind of need you guys to stay put. So everybody who's not cavalry, I need you to stay exactly where you are. With the exception of you guys, you're actually going to rotate forward a bit and engage the cavalry once they're closer. So let's get things moving here. I'm going to run this on slow-mo because there's a lot happening. Do you have any formations you can use? No. Let's see. I want you about there. Let's see what they decide to do over here. Go ahead and use your scare ability and hit them. And then I need you to keep coming this way. They've engaged. You need to not get bogged down in that mess. Make sure you guys are slinging at them and stuff. Got fire arrows going. Let's see. This is rapid advance. That's not what we want right now. What I will do is move my infantry forward. So spears are going to advance to right about there. And then my infantry will push up behind them, like so. And I will move the general too. Put the general right there. We'll see how that works. And then you guys, I need engaging the enemy cav. So let's see. You guys are going to go on skirmish mode. And I wish I could tell them to... Wait, no, that wasn't skirmish mode. Oh god, this unit just got killed. That was a terrible, terrible misclick. But what I can do to save it is I'm going to send you guys over there in skirmish mode. They need to change that button. That looks way too similar. So I basically told them to get off their horses, and they're going to get slaughtered now. So yes, I'm going to send these guys to go attack them. I mean, maybe that was for the best because they have good cavalry attack, but these guys won't be cavalry anymore. And then I need you to go deal with probably this unit. They have a good missile block chance though, so I don't know that you're going to have much luck there. Maybe engage them instead, and we'll have you rapid advance over there. and you should be in skirmish mode as well. Okay. So the plan is set. Now it's just a matter of executing. They are moving toward us, so hopefully we can intercept them somewhere about here. I don't want my archers and slingers to have to move, because that will be a waste of their time, basically. Keep moving. Move, move, move. Oh, right, you guys are on foot now, so it doesn't really matter. Just engage them. Just engage them. Probably should have just had them stand their ground. Oh, we're losing this one. Help them out then. And I need you firing at them. They've actually got a very bad missile block chance, so that should work in our favor. Okay, so they're going to make contact here. I need this Legio to basically get through right here. You're actually going to swing wide. Go wide. General, don't know where I want you yet. This unit needs to go wide as well. You're already engaged here. Come on. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Let him have it. And then I need you to get after them. You guys close that flank. You should be helping them out. And be quick about it. Engage there. I need you engaging here. Who are you engaging? Anybody will work, but preferably the cavalry. And you both are going to go into skirmish mode. If they want to charge, fine. We'll pin them down with one unit and kill them with the other, but you guys all need to be doing something. Okay, fine. Let them get away. The skirmishers are going to be tough to deal with, but we need to make sure we win the infantry battle first, obviously. Brace. I don't think there's any negative to that. You know what? You guys are now free to run on over that way, so go ahead and do it. Come on, kill him. Kill him, kill him. Let him have it. You need to be engaging them. You know what? Start slinging at him. See if you can do any damage to their general. Make sure you're attacking them. Tiberius, I need you killing the defectors as well. They're going to be the toughest ones to deal with because they have swords. The spear infantry, while good at, you know, defending against cavalry and whatnot, is not going to be particularly effective at fighting sword infantry. Come on, you guys need to kill them. Keep throwing those javelins. They should have done a lot more damage than that. I can't really save them at this point, and that cavalry unit disappeared, so we might lose this one. We'll do our best, but we might lose this one. Okay. I think we can go full speed now. Everything that could be done pretty much has been done. Oh wow, you guys got destroyed by that cavalry.
The men are losing faith. The men have
I need you engaging him. Yeah, their cavalry is what won this battle for them. Come on, let him have it. Get in there. I'll boost their morale a little bit there. We are losing in just about every area, though, and they're about to hit us hard. Oh, somebody rallied. Who rallied? I don't know. Just turn around and shoot them. There's so few of them, you should have no problem finishing them off. But yeah, there goes all of my skirmishers. My flanks are falling apart. This just wasn't meant to be. But that's fine. The Garamantians aren't going to gain any headway against us. They're going to have to attack our cities and settlements, and frankly, with a small garrison, I can tear them apart, so it's unfortunate that we couldn't win here, but we did what we could. I might need to tell the general to retreat. I don't want to lose Tiberius here, so I'm actually going to have him withdraw. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. at this juncture, but I'll do my best to get him out of this. They very well might destroy our army here, though. So let's see. I'm going to concede defeat. We'll see if he gets out of it. Alright, so that didn't go particularly well, but apparently Tiberius did survive the battle at least. We'll see if he gets out of here. Do you have any movement left? Because you should probably use it. I'm going to force march him. You know what, don't even bother. We just need to retreat. Okay, well that didn't go particularly well. But while he might not be fine, actually, you know what we can do is to save him, I'll replace him with I don't need any political animals, so oh, I don't have the money though. Oh, that's not good. Let's see. I could basically throw this guy to the wolves. I don't know if I want to do that, because he's actually fairly competent. Hold on, there's a way to salvage this. We're going to need to basically pull off some sort of diplomatic action that'll give me a little bit of cash. If I can replace him with some other general, we can save him at least, even though the 3rd Legion is going to be destroyed. So, let's see. It really doesn't matter what. I'll basically sell anybody anything. They're not really... They have to be really interested in order to pay me, though, obviously.
God give you wisdom, so that you may speak well and persuade me of your cause. Be welcome.
I thought I was already at war with those guys. I can't really afford to start a war now. I might not have a choice, though. I'll demand... No, that's a bit much. Let's see. I'll demand... I think I need at least 6. They reject it. Okay. Well then, this is going to be really difficult. You guys, what are you currently doing? How much do you like me? Will you pay me 600 gold just because?
You have my full attention. My ears await your words.
No, they will not. They will not give me a gift. I could cancel a construction project. I hate to have to do that, but I may not have a choice. So the question is, where do we have construction? But yeah, I don't see another way, unfortunately. We're gonna have a lot of money next turn, though. After losing a whole legion like that, especially with so many mercenaries. Let's see, construction. Where is their construction? We obviously spent all that money somewhere. I have no idea. It doesn't look like we were building anything, so I wonder where all that money went. Okay. So, you know what? That rally field can wait another turn. There we go, and that gives me quite a bit of cash to work with. So, what I'll do, because this legion is almost assuredly going to get destroyed when these guys come after them. I'm going to replace you with this political animal guy, because I'm never going to take a political animal outside of my own family anyways. And he's pretty old too, so I don't see any reason to hire him. We'll send him in there. You're basically cannon fodder. But it saves Tiberius, and we'll give Tiberius a different legion elsewhere. In fact, I can start working on that now. I think we'll build it in Carthago. So we'll raise... Well, we have to wait until next turn, so maybe we'll wait until then to start building it. But that does allow me... Why can't I... Come on, work with me here. There we go. That does allow me to build elsewhere, as long as it's something smaller. So what I'll do is I'm going to start another farm there. And that's pretty much all I can do. Let's take another look at our armies, just to make sure everything that can be done is being done. You can't move any further. I'm going to move you to Sopene, because it looks like something's going to go down over here. And I want you within a turn's reach of it. Nothing really doing over here. We do have, I think, maybe too many legions in this area, but it may not be able to be helped. What are the Angles doing over here? They have a lot of men lurking around Londinium. I don't like that. They're all levies, so this wouldn't be a difficult army to defeat, but that still concerns the hell out of me. And then it looks like Lucius Veranius did level up. Let's see. Morale for Latin Christian armies, that would be useful. Sure, you guys could use all the morale you can get. Let's see. It'll take some more melee defense, definitely. And replenishment would be useful too. Do you guys need anything else? I guess that point is kind of moot because the army's full, right? So, I'm not sure what I want to do here. They may need help there. I may need to send Titus Pullo north. But can I spare the... Yeah, actually, they'll be alright. That military crackdown is helping too. But even if I got rid of all of that, the buildings alone would be carrying the public order there. So, I'm going to send Titus Pullo into Britannia as a backup. Just because if these Angles decide to declare war on me, that could be a real problem. And then we do have issues, you know, elsewhere up here too. Although by destroying the Caledonian settlement there, we pretty much wiped them out. They're now nomads. And frankly, they won't last long like that. But I believe that is it for our turn. Marcus Justus is holding down Colonia Agrippina. And I think the Saxons were wiped out, weren't they? So our main threat now is the Danes and the Utes. But all is quiet in Gaul at the moment. So with that, let's take one quick look into our faction stuff just to make sure we're not missing out on anything. I don't think that we are. You actually aren't... You don't have a title, so we're going to make you a military count. What I need to do is I need to get you promoted, and it looks like you are ready to be promoted. So we're going to make you Master of Horse, and that means next turn I think Titus Pullo can be Master of Foot. Anybody else? I guess it doesn't matter, this is all full, so we'll have to leave that be. Alright, so as we suspected, the Garamantians went after the 3rd Legion to crush them. And so I'm just going to leave them to the wolves here. I feel bad for these guys, but not so much for him. So we'll just auto-resolve this and let happen what may, because there was no way we were obviously going to get that Legion out of there. However, that does mean that we can reinstate the legacy of the 3rd Legion when we bring Tiberius back. Okay, so Marcus Saturnius. I actually like his name, but being a political animal, we couldn't really afford to have him running around in our politics, so we sacrificed him. Licinius Honorius Augustus had a daughter. Okay. And let's see, Marinus Celestius has completed his term in office, so we'll have to reappoint him. Bindonius Minutius Magnus has also finished his. And Bacchus successfully got his promotion. Some man of no particular name apparently was unsuccessful in this political intrigue. I guess that's good for us. And it looks like Lucius Cornelius Veranius also got his promotion successful. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to reinstate the legacy of the 3rd Legion in Africa. And to that end, let's see, which one of these provinces is going to be the best place to start it. This one is a little bit closer to getting a second tier barracks, whereas this one is not. So I think we'll start here. We'll reinstate them in this one. No, it's got to be there, right? Because Constantina is, yeah, so that's as far south as we can do it. We'll go ahead and raise a force under... Where did he go? Tiberius Septimius Africanus. Now, normally, the Emperor is not very forgiving of failure, but he does understand that Tiberius is given a very difficult task here. He's basically assigned to take over all of northern Africa on his own, whereas every other legion has had at least a little bit of help. So he's willing to forgive this failure because, frankly, he has all the odds stacked against him. So we're going to reinstate the legacy of the 3rd Legion. And we'll have you start recruiting. We'll start with a handful of spears. Eventually, I would like to get these replaced with pikes, and actually to that end, I'm going to go ahead and recruit Legio instead. Because, frankly, I think some Monolithoid pikes are going to be far more useful than those spears would be, because spear units in this game just aren't that good. So let's go ahead and take this. Although being able to recruit archers is going to be useful as well. I just don't have the ability to do that. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. And then, is public order an issue here? It is. How is food? Food is pretty good, so we'll build an auditorium then. And this can be upgraded to a cattle herd when the need arises. Okay. So, Africa is going to be on pause for a little bit. But once this legion is rebuilt, we'll send them south again and have them continue that plan. I think we can beat them. We just need to have the cavalry to do it. And part of the issue was we just didn't have the cavalry to do it. And the cavalry, and frankly every other unit we had, was just too diminished from the back-to-back sieges they had to fight to, you know, really successfully handle that. Alright, up here, we need a little bit more public order. So I think that a Latin church will be enough to handle that. Unfortunately, that pretty much is all of our money. So, wow, that went quickly. There is still quite a bit to do this turn, but we are out of time, so I'm going to end the episode here. It looks like the Angles are fleeing southeast. Hopefully we can get them out of our lands. They are nomads. I didn't notice that. They are nomadic. So Titus Pullo is probably just going to escort them around. Let's have you, yeah, just kind of stick by them for a while. Over here, we should probably continue to build up this legion. Obviously, we're out of money to do that right now. And the 6th Legion will continue to guard over Hadrian's Wall. I would like to be able to eventually get this upgraded so that I can start giving them actual Roman units rather than all of these mercenaries that we're currently hiring that are really expensive. So yeah, that's something I'd like to work on. Maybe next turn I'll upgrade that building. I'm trying to prioritize sanitation and public order and things that are giving us issues right now. But troop quality is becoming an issue, so that's something we'll have to deal with. Anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.